Hello, I'm Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm just going to go on my live. I'm not there yet. Wow, it's New Year's Eve. Made it. I'm so busy at the moment. Thank you, everyone, for getting all your readings. It's been awesome. But I've been trying to get all of the January reads done as well, which they'll be published today. It's an exciting day because it's New Year's Eve. So not only am I going out tonight having fun with my friends, I'm also doing the draw today for the reading, for the free reading. Hey, Cassia, how are you? So I'm back. I was, the last 2 days didn't do this because I slept in both days. So just so busy right now, so busy doing 2020 year ahead readings, other readings that are coming in, getting all the videos ready, especially the January ones. I'm nearly done. They'll be uploaded very shortly. They'll be ready very shortly. Maybe in an hour or two. They'll be up, so check those out. And it's draw day, so last chance to get your comments in to win that reading. That's cool. Hey, Marguerite, how are you? And it's New Year's Eve, so I'm going out. I'm meeting my friends later, having a barbecue first at a friend's place, and then we're all going down to the beach because the beach is the place to go to party on this little island. What are you all doing for New Year's? You're good, Marguerite? That's cool. Right, so 2019, we're at the end of it. I just watched the daily read for today. It's talking about overwhelm. And I talked about maybe you've got lots of parties to go to and to choose one that's going to be right for you. Well, my overwhelm isn't about the parties. That's easy. My overwhelm is the amount of work that I've got to do today. I worked from 9:30 in the morning yesterday to 10:30 at night and went straight to sleep after I finished work. That's how much work and readings I've got to do. I should be able to finish a little bit earlier today, I think. I'm not sure. You're sleeping, Cassia? Yeah, I'm going out, so don't expect anything from me tomorrow. I won't be drinking. I might do something else instead, though. Hey, it's you, girl. How are you? Yeah, Happy New Year. 2019 has been a good year. How's yours been? It's been a good year for me, not without its challenges. It's been kind of a slow year for me with the external stuff. But I am a different person now than I was at the start of the year. I'm a different person. Doof, doof. It's going to be good. Oh, the beach is just so packed out because, of course, there's a row of restaurants and bars and stuff on the beach. And everyone goes down there. It's fantastic. There are other parties on the island, but yeah, the beach is just so much fun. Everyone out on it. Such a great vibe on New Year's Eve. So good. Okay, so the card for today from Colette Baron Reid's deck is Round and Round. This is like, how we're not going to get the same old that we had in 2019 in 2020. Here's what it says. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level. Okay, so 2019, maybe like me, you had a really slow year with manifestations, but a lot of inner work happened. And so it might seem like you've gone backward or that you didn't accomplish very much, but just look at the difference in yourself, within yourself, and how you feel. You'll learn something, looking down into your circumstances, that is. You'll learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. I quit alcohol properly this year. Of course, I started the focusing on the YouTube stuff. Hey, Warren, where have you been? I went sideways, then inside out. Okay, relationship message. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You've been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time, for you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. I'm feeling like 2020 is going to be so very different. The 2020 year ahead readings that I've been doing for people have been amazing. People have got great years ahead. You're radiating love and beauty. Thank you, Warren. I'm feeling really good. I'm looking lovely. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling tired, but a bit tired and a bit overwhelmed with the amount of work that I've got to do today. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Here we go, prosperity message. If you're in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it's because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them when you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past? It's a good time to get a coach or mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and around. This is so interesting because yesterday I was shooting most of the January 2020 reads for each star sign. I did 4 of them and then got invaded. I was at the pool, got invaded by tourists. They started playing loud music, so I had to give up. And then I went back when they'd all gone and did 5 more. I've still got 3 more to do. But this came up for a few star signs. Is this good time to get a coach or mentor? And if you've already got one, it's a good time to step it up, to get a new one that'll take you to a new level. So, yeah, 2020 is going to be a big year for people. I'm sure of it. Big changes, like all of the groundwork has been done in 2019. Whether you realize it or not, it has. And people are going to be flying forward. There's still stuff to do, like especially we've got to leave 2019 behind. That was another message, big message for January for a lot of star signs. Anyway, those January 2020 readings, they'll be published in about 2 hours. I think I should have them done, 2 or 3 hours. And it's the draw today for the free reading. How exciting. So somebody is going to win a free reading. I'll announce that in the daily tomorrow. The New Year's Day daily read tomorrow. The winner of that. So good luck in winning that. There's still some time to get in there because I'll be drawing that maybe right after this or maybe after I've done those 2020 readings. But yeah, very interesting. The January is very interesting in those monthly reads. Fingers and toes crossed. Yeah, good luck, Cassian. You've done a lot of comments, Cassian. You've got a good chance. Right, let's go deeper into the daily. Deeper into the daily read. See what we've got going on. Is this for me? I've picked my cards out already. Rest. Is it true? Is it true that I've got so much work to do? Yes, it is. Actually, I kept working last night to get through all of the private readings that have been ordered. Even though I could have done them today, I knew that I want to just like get all my work done today so I can rest before I go out and don't want to be frantic. So, rest. Is it true? What's the story you're telling yourself about everything that you've got to get done? Maybe you're hosting a party, 2020 New Year party, and you've got a lot to do. I got a lot to do. So this overwhelm, I talked about it in the daily read, about maybe it's a lot of parties that you've got to go to and you've got to really choose the best for you if you want to go party, or what kind of party you want to go to. Don't just do it to please other people or because you think you should. But my overwhelm is overwork right now. It's always busy at the end of the year because the year ahead readings get added onto all the other readings that I'm doing. But this year with all the videos as well, and because I was sick, so I would have had the January readings up by now if I hadn't have had those 3 days off. So what's overwhelming you? What are you too busy with? Because it's your thoughts about it. I don't need to get them done. I don't need to get the January readings done today, but I want to. Adopt a koala. Is that worrying you? It's overwhelming when you want to adopt a koala. Oh, be with nature and reach out. So maybe it's a bit of a day when you're requiring a recharge. Get out into nature. I've got to get down. Oh, I've got so much to do today. It's stupid. Be with nature, reach out. Yeah, get out into nature to get that recharging energy. I'll make sure that I do that today. Is this all for me? And thoughts. Willingness, is it true? This is about being willing to question your thoughts, like I was just saying. Maybe it's your thoughts that aren't true. Whatever's overwhelming you today, maybe it's your thoughts about it that aren't true. Because really everything's with the flow, isn't it? We can get that rushing energy like I've got at the moment. Thinking about how much is on my plate. But it could be that I get it all done this morning and then I'm just sat around waiting and relaxing this afternoon. I hope that's what's going to happen. So be willing to question your thoughts, because our subconscious mind, it can tell us such lies. Like, it wants to protect us, so it starts telling us lies about what we should be scared of. Not good. Get some fresh juice. I could do that. Or that's just going to take more time out of my day. I need to go out for food at some point anyway, and go down the reception at the beach here. Right, we've got the mystery go within. Make this last session short and get on with it. Yeah, that's what I intend to do, because there's nobody at the pool. I was just down there having my coffee. There's nobody at the pool at the moment, so I can get the videos finished. I've got an hour's worth of January 2020 readings to do and the dailies to do. I can do it. I've got this. And then the editing after that, which takes ages. Mystery go within. So I'm feeling like this is the transition from 2019 to 2020, is that a round and round card is that it's not going to be the same. It's like letting go of those thoughts that you're just going to get the same old, that it's going to be a really similar year, because all signs show that it's not going to be a similar year, that we've got this mystery. There's going to be a mystery path unfolding. And it starts off by going within. It's like the groundwork has been done. Those inner changes have been done, especially if you've been doing the inner work with me this year. You've done that stuff. You're getting ready for it. it's not that the inner work stops. Of course it doesn't. New level, new devil. You've always got inner work to do because we're always reaching higher. But the external, the life changes, they're going to be happening in 2020. And so just be open to that rather than thinking that it's going to be, 2020 is going to be the same, more of the same. It's not at all. So much going to be happening. Big world changes as well, I think. Not just personal changes in our lives, like personal changes as in whole new lifestyle, new relationships, new work, but world changes as well. The last 2020 year ahead reading I did last night for somebody, I think it was like September or October, it had their health changing significantly, like the inner work leading to that, and then them losing physical weight as this weight is left off the shoulders. That's cool. So maybe you've got health changes too coming in 2020. It seems like a lot of things are going to be sorted out at the same time. You know, when you change your vibration and then suddenly everything starts working for you. Your business, your work, your money, your health, your relationships, all of that, it all changes. That's the 2020 we've got coming. The tourist hordes, they're not so bad this year, actually. They've not been noisy. Like, they didn't wake me up last night, but then I was so tired because I went out the night before and didn't get much sleep. But it was great. It was fight night. So went to a friend's first and we all hung out, and then we all made arrangements for what we were going to do tonight. So we've got a plan of action because some of them are starting off at another place, and then I'm going training maybe, and then going down to my friend's place, and then we're all meeting up there. The two groups are colliding there, and then we're all going down to the beach together to pretend that we're young again. The old locals. Well, we're not old. Well, maybe we are. Let's just say the locals that are kind of in between 40 and 60 years old. We're not the oldest. And we've still got it within us. What's Chicken doing? She was just by the pool with me. I don't know what she's doing for the party though. Poor animals. I think there's a ban on fireworks this year. There usually is. Oh, but you know what they announced yesterday? That marijuana and kratom, which are two like drugs, of course, you know what cannabis is. Marijuana is, but kratom is a tree. They're everywhere. And you can chew the leaves. You can also make them into tea, and it's, well, I don't know. I might have that tonight. But they're making it legal next year, tomorrow. I don't know how fast they can process these things, but they've announced it, which is great news, which means cannabis oil that I use before I go to sleep, that I'm not breaking the law anymore. It seems ridiculous, doesn't it? Like this great thing that you have, like a little dropper of it under your tongue, and you get much better sleep when you have it. It's illegal to do that. Big changes. Well done. If only Ost would follow. Oh, well, keep on leading the way, Cassia. Keep on leading the way. So if you're ordering any readings today, private readings, any 2020 year ahead readings and that, I might be able to get them done today. That might be this afternoon's task, or it'll be tomorrow once I wake up. Australia. 2020 finally freeing their people. Yeah, and Australia has got the whole like hemp and raw milk and stuff like that. They need to stop that being illegal. Crazy. Like hemp is a food. Humans aren't allowed to have it, but animals are. Insane. I was reading I was reading that it was all about cotton, wasn't it? It's all about the cotton crops when they decided to like destroy the whole hemp industry to sell our cotton instead. You had to give it up. Year ahead reading and you get a bottle of Thai CBD. It's not CBD, it's THC. Although it doesn't make me high. For work drug tests. No, work drug tests. Wild. And it's great news for me, like, because I don't know if I shared with you, but I gave up alcohol. Like I was sober last Christmas and New Year as well. I'd given up for about 3 months then. But after New Year, I think it was the fight night around New Year that I started drinking again. But I have hardly drunk anything this year. And so when I have, I've been really, really sensitive to it. And now I just can't because it makes me so sick, like vomiting for 12 hours, kind of sick, even with a small amount of it. So I just can't do it. And so all my friends are saying, you got to do something. Like we're all going to be off our heads. You got to do something. And yeah, I'm like, cannabis doesn't really suit me. It's not a high for me. It's a low for me. So I wouldn't choose that anyway. But kratom is another thing. Where do you order the year ahead reading, Claire? From BeHealing.com. If you click on the Work With Me tab and then readings, you'll find a link in there. That's the reading you loved. I sent you a link to it anyway, repeatedly. Don't you remember? I sent you an email with like the same link over and over again for one of those, Warren. Kratom. Yeah, so maybe tonight. That's what I'll do. Because I don't want hangovers, and apparently with that you don't get a hangover too. I've eaten one leaf before. Thought it was a chain letter. I've eaten one leaf before and I didn't feel much from that, but we'll see. Because I'm not, I'm not resistant to that. I don't want those horrible health consequences. Alcohol's just the worst for me. It's just the worst. It makes me feel terrible afterwards. I love what it does to me, but whoa. Afterward, it's terrible. Can't sleep. Get like really intense headaches here. Vomiting. My body's like, no. Okay, let's do some readings for you guys about your 2019. That's what I'm going to do them about today. So who wants one? Alcohol ages people. Yeah, smoking especially. That's another thing I don't like about the cannabis thing is the tobacco involved in it. Blech. Cassia, how's your 2019 been? Oh. Patience. So a bit of a slow year for you, Cassia. Maybe with the manifestations. But you are headed toward joy, Cassia. So yeah, just had a bit of a vision then. Have you ever like helped a child or helped someone else do something, get to a certain point, and you know that there's lots of steps along the way, and they're wanting to rush into it, but you're like, no, you've got to do this first, you've got to do that first. Like when the first time that you do some baking with your kid or something, and they're trying to just like rush ahead, and it's like, no, you do this first, you separate the eggs, and you have to slow them right down, and you've got to do the steps with them. Have you ever done that, Cassia? That's what your 2019 year has been about. The universe has been doing that with you. It's like, no, not yet, because you don't just want that change. You want it to be really joyful. And so this is what you need to do first. And then this is what you need to do first. And it's all been like inner stuff. So you've been slowed down by the universe. It's like slow down because you've got joy coming. Yeah. So no wonder it's tested your impatience. 2019. New approaches. You've been having to take new approaches. It's like the old way doesn't work anymore. You can't do that. You can't rush into things. You can't like manipulate things. You can't do stuff in order to make the changes you want. The universe has pulled you back to the inner work over and over again. It's like, not that way. You've got to do this. You've got to separate the eggs first, then whip up the egg whites. New approaches. And you're on this mystery path. You got a good year coming ahead. Maybe eat the gummy bears version. You never smoked, it's your girl. Who else wants a reading? Did I miss? You're welcome, Cassia. Yeah, get a year ahead reading. Maybe not today, though. Get it tomorrow or the day after. If everyone orders them today, I'll be like, No, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it till tomorrow. I'll be okay tomorrow. Who wants to know about their 2019 and what the hell it's all been about? These are end of the year readings. Yeah, to leave it behind. Leave 2019 behind. Hi, Matt. How are you? Yes, you can have a reading. 2019, what's it been about for you, Matt? Yep. I think we know this already, but good for clarity. Matt, grace, move away. So you have been encouraged by the universe in 2019 to make changes, to move away. It's like you've been in this uncomfortable comfort zone, comfortable being really uncomfortable. And the universe has like slapped you about a bit saying, how can you be so comfortable in this really severe discomfort? Wake up, like wake up. Move away from that. You need to make changes for that. But you've been stuck in this discomfort and you got so used to it, it feels normal to you. And so that's what you've been waking up from that, and it's about fear of lack, and you've been connecting the dots. I remember those as a kid, connect the dot things to make a picture. You've been connecting the dots this year about your fear of lack and how it's manifesting in this discomfort zone that you've been in. You're not sure what to do. Keep on following that path. You're being led. You're being led to let it go. It's never a fast process, just like I was saying to Cassia in the baking a cake. It's never a fast process, this inner work. But then if you look back at yourself, once you're through 2020 and you look back at yourself, you'll see the big change. You'll see a big change within yourself. Totally agree. Leave 2019 happily on to 2020. Let 2019 go gracefully. Yeah. Who else wants one? What your 2019 has been about? Mine has been about trusting myself. Here's my cards, I'll show you. Trusting myself, not resisting. This is about making decisions for myself, even when it goes against what other people are doing. It's like the quitting alcohol thing. It's trusting myself and being secure in that. And now I am. It's great. It's that kind of thing. Again, with my work too, remember? Psychic Cafe, I had this idea a couple of years ago and then I didn't start doing it because I couldn't trust myself to be available every morning. And I'm not now. I'm not available every morning, but it's okay. I'm trusting myself now. It's okay. And so it was preventing me. This not trusting myself was preventing me from stepping up in all kinds of areas of my life. The relationship too. So wow, that's what my 2019 has been about. Learning to trust myself, for sure. For sure. And this flow one step at a time, taking things one step at a time. I have that tendency I work really fast when I work. And I have the tendency to put a lot on my plate and then rush through it to get it done because I like things done. And so, yeah, I've learned to slow down a little bit until today and yesterday. I've learned to slow down a little bit this year. Take things one step at a time, not expect so much from myself. It's like yesterday, I just had to, in that Archangel Michael group, I don't know if any of you are from that. on Facebook. I just had to stop. Like I just didn't have time. I was too busy doing other things to respond to people in there. And it's like, okay, I need to stop doing that. Putting up the message of having people put their star signs and me leading them to their video. It's just way too labor intensive. I don't have the time to do that anymore. It's that kind of thing. It's like stepping back from what's too much work for me. Matt says, yeah, I can easily see the big inner change. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? And that's what we've all got to be focused on in our 2019 is the inner changes that we made, because not that much external stuff went on. 2019 was difficult, but excellent. I learned so much through adversity and difficulties. Yeah. The heart incident was a gift. Wow. Scary gift. Who wants a reading? Put up a message. Would you like one, Warren? Who else is that? It's a girl. Would you like one? Because we definitely want to break cycles. Remember, we've got that round and round card. We don't want to do the same thing over again in 2020. Pull it out. Warren, what's your 2019 been all about? Believing in yourself and respecting yourself. I was talking about this in the January readings as well. But really looking after yourself. This is about, if you're a little bit neglected, not looked after properly in your childhood. We all have been at various levels. We tend to do that to ourselves as an adult too. I certainly did. And 2019 has been about waking up to that for you. You know what I mean? It's like if somebody has a childhood maybe where their parent is feeding them cakes and lollies to settle them down emotionally or something like that, then they're going to be in this pattern in their adulthood. For me, it was like neglect and being put into dangerous situations with abuse and stuff with my family. And then I carried on doing that. Like I carried on doing that to myself. It's that kind of thing. It's like, and then you wake up to it and you start believing in yourself. You start respecting yourself and you start taking care of yourself. That's what 2019 has been about for you, starting to take care of yourself better. Instead of being on this autopilot, carrying on doing things in the same way as your family did with you. Treating yourself in the same way. Hang on, I'll drop your card. Oops. And about finding out who you are and making good choices for yourself too, Warren. That's what your 2019 has been about. Who you are. This make love card, it's doing what you love. So maybe you're getting better at making good choices for yourself, looking after yourself, but making good choices for yourself that are aligned with yourself rather than doing what everyone else wants you to do. Be more of your own person in 2019. Yeah, it's that respect card that stands out for me, like believing in yourself. Cakes and lollies. Yeah. We get into these patterns, That was my alcohol thing too. That was a familial pattern, for sure. You end up being like a victim of alcohol and alcoholics and stuff and everything that goes with that. Then you do the same thing yourself. You fall back on those same patterns yourself. Yeah. Takes some undoing. Does anyone else want a reading? Or shall I get off here and start making videos? So yeah, there'll be no Psychic Cafe tomorrow because I'm not going to be awake at 8 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. I'll probably only be getting home at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning if I manage to last. You didn't understand. Get your 2020 reading. You can get it today if you want, but probably better to get it tomorrow. Okay, let's leave it at that. I'll get on with my work today. I hope you all have an amazing new year with celebrations or not, depending on what you want and what's right for you. Yeah, Kyla, ask a question. Go ahead. Happiest of New Year's to all. I'm excited about 2020. Like, even though last year was a sober one for me, this one feels so different now. There's so much to look forward to as well in 2020. I've got great things. Kyla, ask a question. Let's do this. Happy New Year. Let's hope it's not going to be that at the beach tonight, because that's illegal in Thailand and they enforce that. Happy New Year. What's your question, Kyla? Maybe there's a bit of a delay. You're a slow typer. I'm a really fast typer. From years of doing readings, like, I do them so fast. Channel typing. Remember, check out the January 2020 reads that will be on my YouTube channel in maybe 2 hours. 2 or 3 hours time, they'll be up. Because they're really good. If I say so myself, they are really good. Somebody got a dance, didn't they? There's a family, a Thai family that turn up to use the pool sometimes. And this kid, he does dances. When he sees that I'm doing a video, he comes and stands behind me and starts doing these dances. It's funny. I can't remember which video it's in. You're welcome, Warren, for the cafes and the readings. I wonder what 2020, I wonder what changes I'll be making to Psychic Cafe and all of that in the year 2020. Kyla, you still there? Are you asking this question? Okay, I'm done waiting. Let me get on with my day. Have an awesome day, and I'll see you next year. See you next year, everybody. Bye. Happy New Year.